This class is going to be a little bit of strengthening, but just a general morning flow, energizing flow. It's going to be around 30 minutes long, and we're going to end with a savasana like normal. You will need one block for this class, and if you're a very beginner and you have 2 blocks, grab both of them as well. There might be opportunities for you to use them both. Other than that, just need some water and your mat and yourself. So, if we come to stand at the top of the mat, placing the block just in front of the mat for now, as we're going to grab it in a minute. Standing at the top, bring the feet together, spread the toes nice and wide. Just take a moment just to ground through the feet. Feeling what the mat feels like beneath the feet, the connection between the pads of the feet and the mat. Stand tall, crown of the head reaching towards the sky. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Palms facing open towards the front of the mat. Gently close down the eyes. Become aware of the present moment. Release all the thoughts from yesterday, from this morning. Release all the thoughts of the future, the rest of the day, next week or next month. And bring all your awareness now to this present moment. This is the only time that you are living through right now. This is the only time that matters. Take an inhale, rise the hands up towards the sky, hands come together, and exhale, forward fold. Fold from your hips. You're welcome to take a bend in the knees if you would like to. Placing the hands gently on the mat or on the shins. Inhale halfway to lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold forward. Placing the hands on the mat for support, lifting the right leg up, bending the knee, and then taking a big step towards the back of the mat. If you need to, you can take a couple of steps. Lower down the back knee, but keep the back toes tucked under. Inhale to rise the hands up, keeping the hips square towards the front of the mat. Take an inhale, and exhale, allow the hips to sink low. Inhale. Exhale, allow the hips to release, opening up. Making sure that you're stacking your front knee over the ankle, that it's not passing over the ankle. Take one more inhale here, and exhale, release the hands to the floor, planting the right hand directly next to your left foot, spreading the fingers wide, grounding through the hand. And then take an inhale, start to open up the left hand towards the ceiling, twisting the body towards the left hand side. Your gaze should be towards the left hand side, or you can look up towards the top hand. So we're coming into what's called a revolved lunge. Remember to breathe here. So we're twisting through our abdomen at the moment. So we're giving a gentle massage to our digestive organs. It's really good for digestion, doing these twists. Take one more inhale and exhale to release the hand. Plant the hands out in front of you and step the left foot back to meet the right into your plank position. We're going to hold here for one breath. Keep it engaged. Push through the hands so you're lifting up with the chest. Keep the body nice and straight. Exhale, begin to release all the way to the ground. So keeping that body straight, slowly, slowly coming down. And release onto the floor. Bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders. So we're going to come into our Sphinx pose. So hands directly out in front of you, palms facing down. Really grip through the mat. Just double check that your elbow is directly underneath the shoulder. Take an inhale and exhale, grip through the fingers. Start to use the action of pulling your arms towards you, but they shouldn't actually move. You're actually going to pull towards you and open up the chest. Stretching through the front of the stomach. Looking towards the ceiling if you can, or just in front of you. You don't want to strain the neck too much. And keep that action. Shoulders away from the ears. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release. Bringing the hands to where the elbows previously were. Tucking the toes under and lifting up and pushing up and back into your downward facing dog. So the hips are coming high. Bring the feet so they're about hip distance apart and push up with the hands. Tilting the pelvis towards the ceiling, so then we're lengthening through the spine. Take a bend in the knees if you'd like. Start to reach the heels towards the mat. You can walk through the feet here if you'd like. We're just going to stay here for a couple more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Take one more inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, and then start to walk towards the top of the mat. Take an inhale, halfway lengthen when you reach the top, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale to bend the knees, rising the arms up, keeping the knees bent, the hips stay low, coming into your chair position. So tilting the pelvis forward, look sinking down low, just checking that you can still see your toes in front of you. Open through the chest and breathe here. If you need to lower the hands, you can lower them towards your heart. Take an inhale, exhale to sink lower, like you're trying to take a seat on a chair. Keep holding, you've got this. Inhale. Exhale. One more deep inhale. And exhale, release the hands down, well done. Inhale, halfway lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Taking a bend in the knee if you want to, or straightening out the legs. Just allowing the body to hang over this forward fold. Trying to create a connection between the stomach and the thighs. And breathe. Inhale, plant the hands, lifting the right leg up again, and taking a big step towards the back of the mat. This time, pivot on the foot to bring the heel down to the mat, and opening the toes out towards the side. So now our hips are opening up. Just double check that you've got your heels in line with each other, and your front foot is facing forwards, and your back foot is facing out to the side. Take an inhale, rise the arms up into a T position. Exhale, sink low with that knee. Trying to get a nice bend in that front knee. Back knee should be staying straight. Take a look over the front fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, sink lower. Allow those hips to open. Think where now you're feeling with any tension in your body. And wherever that is, take a deep breath in. Send the oxygen to that area. And exhale, release. Relaxing those muscles. We're going to now come into our half moon posture. So we're going to take a big step with the back foot just in slightly towards the center of the mat. And then with the front hand, the left hand, we're going to start to reach towards our block. So you may have to readjust the block a little bit here depending on how far away you are. But I would recommend putting it on the highest setting. If you're using a book, maybe putting the book on its side, if that's possible. Now, when you've got the block in a good place, take a good firm grip and start to release the back leg off the mat. Just test it here, see where is comfortable. It helps to keep your gaze down towards the ground if you need balance. And if you want more of a challenge, you can look towards the side. So we're just aiming on getting a right angle with the legs and keeping the body nice and high. Inhale to rise the right hand towards the sky. And hold here. You've got this. Keep holding. Don't forget to breathe. Make sure you're nice and open. Open to receiving. Hips stacked on top of each other and shoulders stacked on top of each other. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, release the hand down. Follow with the leg. Allow the feet to meet each other at the top of the mat. Releasing the block and just coming into a forward fold. Very briefly before inhaling to rise up, back to standing, hands come together, and exhale, hands release down. Take an inhale, rise the hands up, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway to lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping back into your plank position. This time we're going to come into our low plank. So we're going to bring our elbows down onto the mat, our forearms. You're welcome to clasp the hands in front of you or just leave them on the mat in front of you. We're just going to hold here for a couple of breaths. Make sure that your elbows are directly underneath the shoulders. Maintain a strong core to keep you in this position. Make sure you're breathing deeply and steadily. Take one more deep breath in. And then exhale, release the knees down. And start to come back so that you're sitting on your feet. So we're going to just do camel pose. So this is our first one. You'll get another opportunity to do this as well in this class. So if you haven't done camel pose before, you can follow along with me. So make sure your knees are just slightly wider than, they're not touching, just slightly wider than they normally would be, about the same distance as your hips. Come up onto the knees and make sure that your feet are also directly behind your knees. So this is your strong base. This is going to keep you in place. So be nice and tall, lengthen through the spine. Bring the hands behind you onto your hips. Take a deep breath in, reach even taller with the crown of the head, and as you exhale, start to push the hips forward and lean back with the body. Making sure that you're not jumping your weight through the lower back, that you're keeping everything long and then bending from the length. If you've got to here and you feel comfortable, you can try and reach for the heels. Now, if you can't reach very well, you can always tuck the toes under to give the heels a little bit of a height, and then you can reach like so. Maintaining that hips pushing forward, a nice curve through the back. If you want to increase the challenge, you can bring the heels back down, open up the chest. You're welcome to keep the head up or release the head back. And then breathe here. So you're working on pushing the hips further and further forward, getting an increased arch through the spine, allowing the body to release in a really, really nice back bend. To come out, bring the hands back to the hips and help yourself back up. Come back down with the bum to the feet. You can just stay here and just wiggle it out. You're welcome to reach forward nice and slow and curve the back the other way. So coming into like a child's pose, draping the body over the thighs and just resting the head on the mat. So like I said, if you're just sort of getting used to that pose, this time you'll get another opportunity to do that in a minute. So you can inhale, come up, plant the hands. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push up and back into your downward facing dog. Take one breath here. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. This time either walk or hop so that your feet are either side of your hands. Like so. So we're going to come into our yogi squat. So feet should be about mat distance apart or just outside of your hands. If your heels are peeling off, that's fine. Just come to wherever is comfortable for you. If you want to have your heels down and your bum up high, that is absolutely fine, as long as you feel a nice stretch through your legs. Wherever you are, trying to lengthen through the spine. If you are comfortable and down, you can bring your hands into a prayer position and gently push on the knees to allow them to open even further. So your knees should be tracking in the same direction as your toes. Inhale, keep it active. Engage through the legs. Don't sink down. Keep the chest open. And exhale, release the hands. So option here is to stay in your malasana, your yogi squat. So stay here like this, pushing the knees open, allowing those hips to open. If you want to try something new, you're welcome to follow me doing crow. You can also just try some freshness to crow as well if you're not confident but want to try it. So placing your hands out in front of you, about shoulder distance apart. Spread the fingers wide. This is going to be your base. So this is what's going to hold you. So you want to really make sure that you've got a good grip on the mat, that they're nice, strong base, nice wide fingers. So you can inhale, start to rise the hips up. So keeping the knees bent, but just rising slightly up. You want to have a slight bend in the arms to create like a shelf for your knees to go onto. You can try one at a time where you place one knee onto the arms and then just lift the foot off and just see what happens. See, mine slipped out there slightly, so you might just need to reposition a bit. And then try again with the other side. So you can just stay here practicing lifting one foot and then the other. Or if you want to, you can bring the knees, make sure they're right close to your armpits. So you want to get your bum nice and high and your knees right in there so that they can create a good connection. And then take an inhale. Exhale, slowly shift the weight onto the hands. And when you feel comfortable, maybe lift one foot and then the other. Keep your gaze just in front of the mat or towards the top of the mat. Try not to look behind you or looking around. If you fall out of it, don't worry, just come straight back in, give it another try. It's one of the first progressions to our inversions, especially in our handstands. Hold here. And exhale to release. Well done. Coming back into your squat, your yogi squat. Hands come together. And then exhale, place the hands on the mat, lift the bum all the way up, and heel toe the feet back together into the top of the mat. Take an inhale to rise. Slowly come up. Hands come together above the head. And exhale, hands to your heart. Take an inhale, rise the hand. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale halfway to lengthen the spine. Exhale, place the hands down. This time bring the left foot up, bending the knee and taking a big step towards the back of the mat. Lowering down the back knee but keeping those toes tucked under. And inhale to rise the chest up, looking forward. Exhale, release the hips down further. Double checking that your knee is directly over your ankle. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Placing the left hand down right next to the foot, planting the hand, and inhale to rise the right hand up, twisting towards the right hand side of the room, opening up. Looking towards the side or towards the top fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, allow those hips to sink lower. Massaging our digestive system. Inhale. Exhale, release the hand down. Planting the hands and stepping back into your plank position. Taking one breath here. Inhale. And exhale, lower for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing to the mat, untucking the toes. Bringing the elbows directly underneath the shoulders, coming into your Sphinx position again. Spreading the fingers wide. Inhale. Exhale, pull with those fingers, grip into the mat, open through the chest. Creating a curve in the spine. Some deep breaths down to the pit of the stomach. And exhale, release. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders, tucking the toes under, and pushing up into your downward facing dog. Taking a couple of breaths here. See if you can feel a difference between the downward facing dog at the start of our practice and how it feels now. Tilting that pelvis towards the sky. Even just a slight action of tilting the pelvis will make your hamstrings feel more stretched out. If your heels are down, you can practice lifting toes off to really push through those heels. So you can inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or take a hop towards the top of the mat. Feet come together. Inhale, bend through the knees. Exhale, rise up. Inhale here. And exhale to sink lower, coming into your chair. Just check that you can still see your toes. Tilt the pelvis forward. Engage your core. Open up the chest. Hands are facing towards each other. Take one more inhale. Exhale, sink lower. Keep holding. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Well done. Gently allow the body to fold over the legs. Trying to maybe straighten one or the other more. Stretching through each leg. Allow the head to hang heavy. Allow the back of the neck to stretch out. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hand, lifting the left foot up, bending the knee, and then taking a big step towards the back of the mat. Pivoting on the back foot so that the toes are facing towards the side of the mat, just double checking that your heels are in line with each other. And then inhale, cartwheel the arms, rise up to your warrior two, exhale. Check that your front knee is directly over the ankle. Open up the hips, keep the arms in a T. Your gaze should be towards the front fingertips. Hold here. Create a strong base. You're a strong warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale, release the arms. Take a big step with the back foot in towards the middle of the mat. And we're going to come into our half moon on the other side. I'm just going to switch around so I'm facing towards you. So, bring the front hand out. Start to reach towards the block. So again, you might want to just reposition this block or book or whatever you have. Grab the block, create a nice firm base, spread the toes on your grounded foot nice and wide. Inhale, rise the back leg up. Keep it slow and controlled, engaging through the muscles. Flex the back toes and point them towards the side of the room. Open up through those hips. Keep the gaze down towards the mat for balance. Inhale, rise the left arm up. Reach the fingers towards the ceiling, as far as they'll go. Trying to create 90-degree angle with the legs. Inhale, keep holding, you've got this. Exhale. One more deep inhalation. Exhale, release. Feet come together. Release the block now, move it to the side. Inhale, open, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward, fold. Well done. Allow the body to hang heavy. Each forward fold, we're getting closer and closer. You're doing great. Inhale, plant the hands, stepping back into your plank position. Lowering down now to the forearms, coming back into your low plank. Holding here for just a minute. Keeping the body as straight as you can make it, but really pushing up through the shoulders. So almost trying to round through the shoulders. Keeping it active, not sinking down. This will help you to build strength. One more inhale. Exhale, release the knees. Rock the hips back. We're going to come back and do our camel pose again. So same as before, creating the knees and the feet just slightly wider to create a firm base. Coming up onto the knees. Placing the hands on the lower back, on the top of your bum, behind you. So you can inhale, rise the chest up, and exhale, start to release the hips forward, keeping it open, not dumping the weight onto your vertebrae. Releasing the head back if that's comfortable. And if you did before or you want to try again, Reach the hands back towards the heels. Open through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, reach further. Keep holding. Remember to breathe. If you can't breathe, you might need to take it back a step. Inhale. Exhale to release. Bring the hands back onto the hips, lifting up, and then sitting back onto the feet. Maybe giving a little wiggle here, and then maybe reaching forward into your child's pose, allowing the body to slowly drape over those legs. Just to bend the spine slightly in the other direction. This is your counter posture. Inhale, plant the hands on the mat, come up, tuck the toes under, and push up back into your downward facing dog. It's your last downward facing dog of this practice. Make it your best. Push through the hands. Open up the shoulders, allow them to release towards the mat. Allow those heels to sink lower towards the mat. Keep it strong. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or hop towards the top of the mat. Bring the feet either side of the hands. Allowing the toes to face slightly outwards, bringing the hands together and using the elbows to open through the chest. If you're a person that's up here, maybe your bum's up further, maybe you want to keep the heels down but your bum's like this, you can just bring your hands right next to the feet and allow the elbows to help to open the hips like so. We'll just allow gravity to do the job. Keep yourself supported, but still lengthen through the spine. Wherever you are, take one more deep breath in there. And then exhale, bring the hands out in front of you. We're going to have another opportunity to do your crow. So once again, I'm going to give you just a little bit of time to do this, but bring the hands in front of you. Maybe just trying one foot up and then the other, or trying both and seeing how long you can balance. Making sure you're spreading the fingers wide. Well done. Keep going. This is your last posture of the day until our savasana. Try and hold, put as much effort as you can into this posture. One more inhale and exhale, release. Come down with the bum onto the mat. Placing the feet out in front of you and then coming down onto the mat with the spine into your shavasana. And release. Allow everything to release out. Placing the hands next to your bottom, palms facing up. Allow the feet to just gently rest out towards the sides of the mat. Maybe shimmy the shoulders down. Take an inhale. Exhale, gently close the eyes. Inhale. Exhale, relax the body. Allow it to sink into the mat. One more deep inhalation. Exhale to release. Bring your awareness to the breath. feeling only the breath move as your chest rises and falls. You're welcome to stay in this position as long as you want. But if you want to come out of it now with me, start to wiggle through the fingers and the toes. Inhale, rise the hands above the head. Take a big stretch. Exhale, release the knees into the chest, give yourself a hug. And roll over to your favorite side. Whenever you're ready, push into the hand. Start to come back to a seated position on your mat. Inhale, rise the hands up. And exhale, hands towards the heart. Thank you everyone for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed it. There will be plenty more full-length classes on Patreon. So if you want to join in on any of my yoga videos that you can do from your own home, you can just sign up to my Patreon. I'll be posting full-length classes, nutrition articles, nutrition videos, life hacking videos, and meditations as well as a weekly schedule of yoga classes and meditations that are exclusive to Patreons only. So you can do that by just paying £4 a month, or if you want the weekly schedule of live classes as well as everything else, then I'm selling that for £12 a month. So that literally makes every class only £1.50. And you can do it from the safety of your own home, the comfort of your own home. You don't have to go anywhere. If you've got any other commitments, maybe with children or maybe you're shielding still, it's a great opportunity to still be able to continue your yoga practice at home. And also we've got a great little community going on. So yeah, thank you for doing this, and I hope to see you again soon in the next class. Bye.